Hey guys, welcome to. Well, I was about to say welcome back to, but welcome to What If Deku is so OP you can edit quirks. Part 1. This has nothing to do with the series under the same name on my channel. This is like separate to it, but I wanted to do kind of the similar premise, but like OP series. I love making OP series because they're fun to make, and you guys seem to enjoy them a lot more than average series or underpowered series, which I will be doing. I will be attempting to make a interesting story. But let's get focused. So first of all, like and subscribe helps me out a bunch. Trying to hit 1,100k by in like 2 days from now. So I'm probably not gonna hit it, but hopefully I can by the end of the month. Sorry for wasting it. Let's get right into it. So to set the scene, Deku is quirkless. He is an absolute disappointment to his rich family. You may be asking what happened to Deku's old family. Well, Deku's old family is still a thing, but now, due to society being focused a lot more on quirks, some stuff has changed from canon. So, his dad now works from home, and his dad has a really powerful quirk. Now, what would this quirk be? It is complete ice manipulation. Now, you may be like, oh, Todoroki has this, but I mean, like, to a degree, like a terrible degree. Literally, he could freeze skyscrapers, and he is known as the one person who can go against the symbol of peace. And he's known as the one person that is the complete opposite to Endeavor's flames, yet they seem to have similar personalities. And number 2 is his mum. What is his mum's quirk? His mum's quirk is, of course, telekinesis, but it's on a whole new level. Like, you can see her pick up a car and crush her hands. It's, like, sick to watch, and everyone's like, sorry. Don't know what happened there, got a bit carried away. Everyone's like, oh my god, this couple of superheroes, their child is going to be super powerful. Anyway, Deku, he's 9 years old, and he still doesn't have a quirk. People think he's a late bloomer. People think he's just simply a disappointment, and his dad is still trying to train him up anyway, and his dad basically just views him as a huge, big, gooey disappointment, which isn't good, because, yeah. So, let's continue on with the story. So, it's Deku, he's 2 days off finishing school, and his parents are like, should we send him to boarding school? Should we make him focus on education? Is there any point? Now, here's a key part. Society is focused on quirks. Now, I'm surprised this didn't happen in normal My Hero Academia, but the new power system is quirks. Whoever has the stronger quirk is stronger higher up in society. So the lower levels are like all the mid-class electric quirks. They're used a lot in power factories because they're carbon-free, greenhouse gas-free electricity. So they're used there. A bit like in Avatar, if you've seen Avatar. I think it's Legend of Korra where they make fire vendors create electricity. A lot of basic electric users have been brought up there, and there's like a whole family behind it, which is of course a bit creepy because to create a family with the same quirk, there'll have to be a bit of fill in the gaps. If you can't fill in the gaps, I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, so society is now built upon the fact that you have a quirk. If you have a strong quirk, you're on top of society, and at the peak is All Might. See, All Might is seen as a symbol of peace, but his personality has been altered a bit by society. But we'll get to that. Anyway, just let's iron things out. Deku's a disappointment. Everyone thinks Deku's a disappointment. Even himself thinks he's a disappointment. He's got low quirk grades in class. Now, this is a little different from normal society too, because there's now quirk grades, which are way more important than normal grades, but normal grades are a thing, and instead of learning English or Japanese for them, they have that replaced with quirk studies, which is like learning about quirks, and English is replacing, I don't know, what you'd usually like PE. So PE is now English, and English is now quirk studies, and quirk studies is now basically everything's replacing each other. So quirk studies is the most important. PE's no longer a thing because in quirk study you should get exercise. Anyway, I should stop rambling because this is a rambling mess and I want to focus the story up a bit. So Deku, he's in the highest class, he's in high class society. He's rich, but he's a disappointment. No matter how much help, research, or whatever, Deku's seen as quirkless. Now, you may be like 20% of the population quirkless. Well, this is wrong. It's now 1%, and the reason I've done this is because to be quirkless is to be bad. Like, if you're quirkless, you're basically, I don't want to say, you're like disadvantaged at life. It's really impossible to do anything in life because everything revolves around the quirk. So, anyway, it's Deku's second to last day at school. Whenever he goes to school, even though he's rich, he gets bullied. And to be honest, there's nothing his dad could do about it. No matter how powerful he is, due to his son being quirkless, his whole family, is getting shamed upon. So if he brought it up at school, the school wouldn't really listen to him. Listening to somebody who's got a powerful son as well as a powerful family, which is Bakugo's family, who basically control the school at this point. So Deku is there, and believe it or not, even though he's being called hopeless, he still wants to make it into UA, which is still a school in this society. In fact, it's one of the most important schools in this society, even more important. So Deku gets bullied on a daily basis, like previously mentioned. So after a long day of school and being bullied, Deku walks home with blood dripping from his body. This is gruesome, it's not nice, but there's nothing his family can do about it. He walks home, and this time he realizes that Bakugo and the rest of the bully group, if you remember them from canon, are standing there blocking the short way home, so Deku's to take the long way home. On the long way home, he realizes that there's some weird material on the ground, so he goes off track to go and discover it because Deku... he's had to walk all this way, why not have a look at this weird material on the ground? This weird material is surrounded by what looks like to be an explosion perimeter, though it looks more like it's gone from space and landed on a meteor. This isn't big, it's like the size of a hand all the way around, if that makes sense. So you could fit a hand, the item, and then another hand. And Deku's, he's a bit weirded out by it. So anyway, he picks up this item and he realizes it's quite flat, but quite wide on one side. So one side it's flat, one side it's wide. It's a bit like a card. Then he reads the card, and that's when his world goes to black. He faints. He's knocked out. Then he wakes up in a weird, misty place, and he has a look around. He can't see anything, but all he can hear is a voice in his head. Deku. Deku. Deku hears this and he's creeped out as hell. He's like, oh my god, he knows Deku. Is it Bakugo? Is it Bakugo? Wait, where am I? And then the voice goes, sorry, Izuku Midoriya. Deku is still creeped out. I'm still going to call him Deku because that's a shortened way of saying it and that's easier for me. Deku's still freaked out, looking around, weirded out by the voice. The voice yet again says, Izuku Midoriya. This just continues freaking out Deku. Stop worrying, for God's sake, I need to talk to you. Anyway, so, Izuku, you may not know who I am, but I know who you are. Now, don't be creeped out by the void of me, that's not important right now. All I need to ask you is, are you still quirkless? Deku says, sadly, yes, I am quirkless, but I'm still gonna become a hero because the symbol of peace would, and that's what I'm gonna do. And that's when the voice then goes, kid, give up. Without a quirk, you're never gonna become a hero. In fact, you're never gonna become anything in society. We all heavily rely upon quirks, and honestly, in society, the best you could become is a shop floor worker. Or, I don't know, maybe if you're lucky you could become the manager. But you know this already, don't you? Deku's then like, I'm not going to listen to you. I will become a hero. I'll become the first in UA to become a hero without having a quirk. And you know what? It's possible. They even They even made it possible in the last year. In the last year, no one's got into it yet. But then again, it's only been around for a year, and I will be the first. The mist then says, "Will you though? Will you?" And Deku realizes his confidence is shattered. He then says, "No, but honestly, my dad's that disappointed that there's else I can really do, and I don't want to disappoint him. On top of that, I want to live up to. Well, do you know who All Might is? Anyway, he's known as a symbol of peace. He's so majestic. He's so heroic. He's he's my hero, and uh, I want to live up to him." Then the mist says, calm down, Jesus Christ, pour me a river, cry me a river." And then Deku does start tearing up, and the mist is like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Right, anyway, the reason I'm here is because I got a proposal, I got an offer. You want an offer, right? I'm a businessman, to say the least, except more of a charity, because I'm here to help you out. See, what you've done, I've just knocked the mic, I apologise. See, what you've done is you've triggered an alert, and it's like an alarm clock, and it's keeping me awake, and I don't like that. So, how can I shut you up? I've got an idea. I'll give you a quirk. See, your body's not ready for that, but we'll sort out the its, buts, and, the little cross the T's, dots the I's. But how about I give you a quirk? What will this quirk do, you may ask? Well, this quirk, it'll give you the ability to add your own quirks. Then, I don't have to do my job. You get to be happy, and I get to go back to sleep. Because this alarm clock is really annoying, and if you dare wake me up again, I swear, I will... Sorry, I'm getting off track. Anyway, so... Is it a deal? Can you just accept the fact that I'm giving you the quirk to be able to edit quirks now? I should tell you the its, buts, and the little T's like I said. But how about we skip all that and I get to the briefing and explain the quirk to you? Deku is surprised by the confusing rambling of the Mist Monster, but nods ahead. Right, so like I mentioned, this quirk gives you the ability to give yourself your own quirk. Well, the real ability of the quirk is to be able to edit quirks. Now, this can edit your own quirk. This can edit other people's quirk. It can create the quirks. Of course, it can delete the quirks. You're basically a god, buddy. Would it mean I can get sleep, though? Are you happy with that? Deku then says, wait. You can give me a quirk? Oh, no way! Wait. Would this be okay? And then the mist says, honestly, I don't care, but you're taking too long. Just tell me, quirk or no quirk? Deku quickly nods yes to the quirk. Then the mist says, well, like I mentioned yet again, your body it is not up to caliber, it's not ready. But we can sort that. First of all, you've got to wake up. After you wake up, well, I'll let you figure it out. He snaps his fingers. Deku wakes up from the mist. He's realised that the grass patch on the ground has gone, and it's now been placed with just clean, perfectly shredded perfectly shredded grass, which has completely filled in the patch that was there, left by what looked like the card meteor thing. Deku then gets off the ground as he realizes his hands are growing. He gets off the ground as he realizes his hands are glowing. They're glowing a weird yellow color as he feels energy pouring out of every inch of his body. This energy then gets stronger and stronger until it turns into a beam, like you can see on the center screen. Wait, let me make that bigger. Yes, his whole body is out of control, exploding energy everywhere. It's burning the grass up beside him. He can feel pain and power enter his hands as it burns, but also feels good at the same time. I've just got echo and all that, but ignore me. Sorry about that. He feels it burns, but it feels amazing at the same time. He realizes nothing in his body has changed that much. Well, at first. Then he gives a quick feel of his muscles. He realizes they've got dense. They've got strong. There's summit there. He's buff now? Then he picks himself up and that is where the episode is gonna end, because something mysterious happens. Something blurts up in front of Deku, and then the episode ends there. The reason I'm ending it here is to make it cliffhanger, because I've realised that one of the best literacy devices is a cliffhanger, because it makes people watch the next episode. And well, I'm desperate for views. Nah, I'm joking. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I tried to make it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more, juicy, something to real swallow up, something real exciting. So if you did enjoy, like and subscribe does help me out a lot. Like, you do not understand how much it helps me out. Comment, that's also absolutely amazing. Hopefully this video pops off. If it doesn't, I'm kind of enjoying this project anyway, so I'm probably gonna enjoy it, but I will throw out a poll just in case you guys hate it. I'll get to part 2 or 3 though. I'll let you get real into the story. So anyway, this is the end of the video. Sorry for rambling at the beginning and at the end, but anyway, goodbye.